A mother of a 14-year-old has now waited 1 week to find out if her son has COVID-19. I'm Ayanna Crystal. We're telling you what she wants parents to know right now.
The coronavirus forces an unprecedented number of Americans to file for unemployment. I'm Natalie Brand with the steps to take if you're out of work, plus how one business is struggling to survive.
This is Jason J. He's had 2 customers today at his dry cleaner, some other guy, and me. What are you gonna do if your dry cleaner goes out of business? Better Call Harry is coming up.
The coronavirus pandemic causing a shortage of a critical inhaler. We'll tell you what immunologists want you to know.
But first, breaking news on the rapidly spreading coronavirus. Governor Brian Kemp now ordering schools to stay closed as the state struggles to contain the outbreak. I'm Karen Greer. Sean is also joining us, anchoring remotely from her home. Hi, Sean.
Karen, good afternoon. Information on the pandemic is changing by the minute as Georgia's cases continue to climb. Let's get straight to the latest numbers just released from the state health department. This is what we've learned: a jump to 1,525 cases and 48 deaths. That's about double what we reported at this time on Monday. Across the country, the CDC reporting more than 68,000 cases and nearly 1,000 deaths. More than 32,000 of those are in New York.
Now back to that breaking news. Public school students in Georgia will now stay home for at least another month. Governor Brian Kemp just announcing the update today, shutting down schools until April 24th. University System of Georgia and Technical College System of Georgia will also remain closed. Governor Kemp says those campuses will not reopen for the rest of the semester since those students will be transitioning into the online learning systems.
Happening right now, a chance for parents and students to ask questions about online learning. Atlanta Public Schools is hosting a virtual town hall right now. Let's take a look at it. District leaders will answer your questions about the coronavirus closure and teleschooling. It just started minutes ago on Facebook Live. We have posted a link to that stream on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/CBS46. We also want you to know what you would like to ask Governor Kemp and his staff about the coronavirus. The governor's statewide town hall airs tonight at 8 on CBS 46. Submit your questions on the CBS 46 Facebook page. Karen?
Well, states around the country are dealing with COVID-19 testing backlogs. And right now, a Sandy Springs mother of a 14-year-old was told she would get the results in 2 to 4 days. But it's been a week and still no results. Our Ayanna Crystal has that story.
This has been scary and frustrating for this mother, not knowing if her son, who's been sick for 18 days, has coronavirus. Her doctor was reluctant to test him, but they did, and now they've been waiting for the results for a week.
At this point, it's a waiting game, and I hope it doesn't go on much longer because it's a week now, and I would like some answers, and I don't blame the doctors. I know that they're doing the best they can. I feel horrible for everybody in that system right now, but why is it that it's taking this long?
This Sandy Springs mother of 3 teenagers has been quarantined in her home since March 9th. After her 14-year-old son had a temperature of over 100 degrees, a horrible cough, and a runny nose. They first went to the doctor on March 13th, and they were sent home after the pediatrician said it was allergies. But when Jordy's symptoms got worse 6 days later, they went back to the doctor where they said he had pneumonia. Because of the coronavirus outbreak, Stacy insisted on a COVID-19 test since her son continued to have a temp, cough, and shortness of breath for over a week. The doctors were reluctant, but they ended up testing Jordy and told Stacy it would take 2 to 4 days to get the results. Now it's been 1 week and they still haven't received the results. With having teenage boys, she wants parents to be taking this seriously because it's not just the elderly that are being affected by this virus.
Parents have to take note and realize this is a serious situation and it's impacting absolutely everybody, no matter your race, your color, your age, your demographic, anything. It is not something that you're immune to, and don't think that it can't happen to you.
States around the country are currently dealing with testing backlogs. I did reach out to the lab that is processing Jordy's test to find out how long the COVID-19 tests are taking to be processed so people can get results. I have not heard back. Health officials are warning while you're waiting for results, make sure to stay quarantined. In Atlanta, Ayanna Crystal, CBS 46 News.
Ayana, thank you. Now to some breaking news on the coronavirus cases across the country. President Donald Trump says that federal officials are developing guidelines to rate counties by risk of virus spread. He wants to start easing nationwide guidelines meant to stem the outbreak. The new guidelines are meant to let state and local leaders to make decisions about maintaining, increasing, or relaxing social distancing. The news comes as the president weighs how to contain the economic fallout. 79 people living in a New Jersey nursing home has been safely moved after coronavirus cases swarmed the facility. Medical workers had to wear protective gear during the process. Right now, there's no time frame yet on when the nursing home will be sanitized so patients can move back. Right now, reports of 2 Costa Rica cruise ships with people sick on board near the port of Miami. Only crew members remain on board, and Carnival officials say the crew are the ones that are reportedly sick. Neither ship will be docking at this time.
Breaking news on Wall Street. The Dow rallies more than 1,300 points, capping its biggest 3-day surge since 1931. Here's a look for you at today's action. The Dow Jones Industrials right now looking really strong. There are our numbers right there, up 1,351. The NASDAQ up 413, and Standard & Poor's up about 154. So the numbers at this point looking really strong. Now, once the House passes the $2 trillion stimulus bill, small business loans that could be converted to grants could be turned around within 36 hours. Jobless insurance would rise by $600 a week as soon as next week, and $1,200 cash payments to individuals will be direct deposited within 3 weeks.
The coronavirus has shuttered all kinds of businesses and led to massive layoffs. That's left workers with no option but to file for unemployment. Natalie Brand has the results of a new report.
Ford's Fish Shack is still offering takeout at its Northern Virginia restaurants and food truck, but with the dining rooms closed, Tony Stafford has seen a 90% drop in business and had to lay off around 140 employees.
I look them in the eye, sit down with them, and I don't know to tell them 3 weeks, 3 months, when it's going to be over.
It's a lot of stress.
Among those waiting for that answer, bartender Raquel Velez Vezaga.
The uncertainty of not knowing what to expect.
The Department of Labor says nearly 3.3 million people filed for initial unemployment benefits last week. That's up 3 million from the week before and shatters the previous record of 695,000 claims in 1982. The $2 trillion economic stimulus deal negotiated by the White House and lawmakers will give unemployed workers an extra $600 per week for up to 4 months on top of state benefits. But the surge in claims is overwhelming many unemployment agencies.
Workers who find themselves unemployed should document.
Michelle Evermore is with the National Employment Law Project. She says it usually takes 2 to 3 weeks for claims to be processed and payments made. But with the massive spike in unemployment, there could be delays.
Keep whatever they've gotten from their employer about the circumstances of their unemployment and print as many pay stubs as they possibly can.
Right now, employees at Ford's Fish Shack, including server Jean Lee, can get a free meal at the restaurant every day.
I try to remain optimistic because if I wasn't optimistic, I might sit at home and cry. Thank you.
She's just waiting to go back to the job she loves. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Now, small business owners are still working and are getting more desperate by the day. We've talked about restaurants, but have you been to your local dry cleaner? Better Call Harry caught up with a Roswell couple who are losing sleep over the loss of business.
Here's what happens to your local dry cleaner when every day is dress casual day. The machines are off, the hangar's bare, and the place is empty. So you're down like 90% on business?
90%, yeah.
What do you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Plaza Cleaners at the corner of Holcomb Bridge Road and Old Alabama in Roswell sees 50 customers on a normal day. Today, Jason Jang has had 2, me and some other guy. His 4 employees are home, but he's here hoping Congress will stop messing around and pass the stimulus bill. How frustrating is this for you? The sigh sums it up. Jang has 2 stores, Plaza Cleaners and Ivy Cleaners, 3 miles down Holcomb Bridge, where the Kroger is packed, But the only employee here, Jang's wife, Cindy.
I have a big problem. I cannot sleep.
She's worried. The rent is due for both locations, thousands of dollars they need now. What's the landlord saying? Have you asked for a delay?
Yes, I'm already sent the email, but they didn't not answer.
Cindy thinks they can make it maybe another 2 months.
My first customer today.
Got one customer who stopped by for pickup.
It's always nice to see you.
Jangs are hoping discounts for things like comforters and winter clothes will motivate customers to come back. Anything to keep the racks moving.
That's no good.
We have to help each other.
Here's how we're advocating for dry cleaners everywhere. You got a comforter? Take it in. You got winter clothes that need to be cleaned? Take those in. And don't forget, dry cleaners also do laundry. You had to throw me your underwear? They do that too. Take it in to keep them in business. I'm Better Call Harry, CBS 46 News.
Harry, thank you. Information on the deadly coronavirus pandemic is changing quickly. That's why we're leading coverage with hourly updates. You can watch at the top of every hour on the powerful CBS 46 app and on the CBS 46 Facebook page.